today I'm giving my first impressions review of the Reebok FloatRide Run Fast 3. Okay, so this is the third iteration of the Reebok Run Fast series. A reasonably priced tempo day shoe from Reebok. And as this is the first impressions review, I'm going to give you a breakdown of the pros and cons and how it felt for me on my first few runs. Okay, let's get straight to the pros here. First off, it feels better for me than the second iteration. I mean, the moment I basically ran out there with it, I felt quicker, it felt lighter. Overall, for me, it looks better too. And yeah, definitely for me, it feels like a better version of the second one, which it should be, seeing it's the third iteration. But no, I mean, definitely Reebok has made improvements, which is great to see, because some other shoe brands, which will remain unmentioned here, don't do that. They just give more of the same. But definitely Reebok went ahead and improved upon the second version. The second thing for me then, the second pro, would be the improved midsole. So there's a greater injury return here in the midsole. They use the PBA Plus, the FloatRide Plus foam, and it just feels quicker. There's a better toe off. All in all, just better injury return, and it's great. It felt fast, it felt light, and overall, I was in for a good ride when I did my few miles in them. The third thing then would be the improved upper. So now we have an injured mesh. It's very lightweight and it's comfortable. So that's great. The fourth thing for me then would be the price overall. It's just, you know, Reebok are known for having cheaper shoes, more reasonably priced shoes, and this is no exception. I mean, I only spent €70 on the shoe. Now it's heavily discounted on the website, so that's why I got it for that cheap, but you know, I think it retails at €120, which is still worth it. And overall, this is a tempo day shoe, so it's built for speed and it does just that. So they're my pros after my first impressions, after my first few runs, and yeah, overall, a great improvement from version 2. Okay, so what are the cons of this shoe? Not many in my opinion, but the first thing I want to mention here is the fit. So this is advertised as being true to size, and usually I get size 10.5 UK. On this occasion, when I was ordering the shoe, I couldn't get a 10.5, so I opted for a 10 UK. So I got the shoe, I tried it on, and instantly I felt that it was a bit loose. Now, when I went out running with it, actually, it was fine, I got used to it. But when it's advertised as true to size, it should be true to size. But I just don't feel it is, especially if, you know, I got the 10.5, I probably would have felt that it was a bit too big for me. So that's one thing to note here. A second con for me would be the stiff midsole. So it just takes a while to get used to, and it may put off people initially from the shoe, but on your first run it just feels stiff, it doesn't feel great. But once you break it in, once you get a few miles in this, then it feels better and adjusts to your foot. But that's just one thing to mention as well. The third con for me would be the fact that it doesn't perform that well on slower days. It's a tempo shoe, it's made for faster days, but yeah, it just doesn't do well. But that's it for me. I've heard bad things about the tongue here scrunching up, and the heel being a bit slippy, some heel slippage. I can't say I've experienced that with this shoe, but that's my personal opinion. But yeah, they're the cons of this shoe. Okay folks, that was my first impressions of the Reebok FloatRide Run Fast 3. If you like that, please consider subscribing, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.